Okay, so we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Live on Monday. It is November 18th, just in case you're wondering if you're watching the right live. We have a special guest. We have Jeanne with Color2Dye4. And we're going to give it a couple minutes so people can log on. So I just want to remind you guys that we will have a sale this Wednesday. And we've got a lot of new classes that we are working on for starting in January. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Hi, Suzette. Hi, Brenda. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Christy. Okay, so today we have a full schedule. I'm not sure what we're doing today. No, I do know what we're doing today. And we have Jeanne. She is the owner and creator of Color2Dye4 Wools. And I am going to bring her on. Hi, Joyce. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Tina and Jody. Okay, I'm going to bring, I've got my computer is upside down. Don't even ask. It's been one of those days. You know, us and technology. It's been one of those days. Hi, Riri and Elaine. So we want to welcome Jeanne. She is, are you there, Jeanne?
I'm here.
Okay, you're frozen for some reason.
Oh dear.
Okay, hang on a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna remove you and see if I add you back or if you come back.
Whoop, now you froze.
Now we've got a black screen. It's gonna be one of these days. Okay, let me see. Very crazy.
There we go. You there?
Yeah, I'm there, but you're okay, girls. Do you see a black screen for Jeanne, or because I think my Zoom is acting up? Okay, she says you're there, so I cannot see you, Jeanne. But
okay,
they say it's working.
Okay.
They say they see both of us, so I have a black screen for Jeanne. So hopefully you're not like making too many faces.
Nope.
Okay, so Jeanne, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started and all that good stuff? You have kind of an interesting story. Not all quilters can say that the experiences that you've had in life. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to make you big. StreamYard is really...
There we go.
Now
you got it.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Jeanne, and I am a retired forest fire chief in the Forest Service. And I spent 40 years working with guys, predominantly. And I used to have a national incident command team. And when I went to Katrina, we were the first team in there, and we were in Mississippi. And when I got home after 30 days, a friend of mine was a quilter. And she said, "Oh, why don't you come talk to our quilt guild? We'll be able to help you ship quilts down to these people." So I went in uniform, talked to the quilt guild. You know, I'm used to talking to thousands of guys at a time, literally at an incident. I get in there, there's like 80 women, and I couldn't get a word out. It was amazing. After a couple minutes, I settled down. We got 150 quilts that we shipped down to Mississippi. After that, I started really exploring our quilt guild and learned how to sew because I didn't know. I got a beautiful Bernina, and they spent time showing me how to use the machine. I tried all sorts of quilting, and my favorite is wool applique. I absolutely adore applique because with piecing, I can unsew with the best of them. But with applique, I can slap something over the top of them, and lo and behold, it's a beautiful quilt, and I don't have to repiece it for the third time. I like wool because it's easy to work with. You don't have to fold it under. You don't have to do a lot of prep work with it. But what I discovered pretty quickly is it's expensive. And if you want to have a variety of color, if you want to have a variety of color with different patterns, it's a very expensive hobby. So I started dyeing my own wool, and I now kind of make it in small batches. I dye it on my own, and I like the different colors that I get. I like starting when it's really dark color, and then keep adding wool to it so that I get various shades of the same color. So when I'm doing stuff like the quilt in the back, I like that kind of very dense kind of applique. Then they all go together, even though they're different shades, they're different patterns. So that's how I got into it. I enjoy it. It is so much fun. So what I've brought today is some different samples that I've put together that I have for sale. And if Beth, can you do the Zoom one for me, or do you want me to do it?
Wait,
How does
hang on 1 second. I have somebody who said she's trying to log on, but she can't. So I'm trying to get her on. Hang on a second.
You bet.
Here, Devin, can you help her? Tell her to log on to Facebook.
So
Okay, sorry about that. Okay.
No problem.
Okay, so can you do it from your side? You're more than welcome to do it from your side.
I'll see if it'll do it. Oh, it did. Yay. Okay, there we go. So the first set I have is that I've put together is one of greens and blues. It's going quick. Let's see.
Wait, here, we can put it, I think we can put it back.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
There we go. So what I've done here is put a variety of different blues and greens together. Some have a pattern to them. Some of them are solid. And this is what I call set one. There's 6 in each package. And so it gives you, because generally speaking, for a lot of applique that I do, you need about 4 inches worth to make your applique pieces. You don't need like a 1/4 yard. And so this gives you some variety, and they all pretty much go together.
Is it already felted?
It is all felted, absolutely.
Okay, and then how much are they a package? Just so that the girls know that they can just type in S1 and we'll get them a package in their basket.
Perfect. They're $6 a package.
Okay.
And they're all 4.5 inch squares. They're actually somewhere between 4 and 3/4, because I quickly figured out if you have 4.5, you end up with all this leftover. So I'd rather give you just a little bit more than throw it in the dog bed pile that I have. This one is my collection of browns. What's really interesting is some of these were like really bright colors, and when I put them in the brown dye, it toned them down and it gave some real richness to them. So I don't always start with a white wool, because white wool is almost impossible to find. I generally start with a lighter color wool, and then start adding to the dyes, that getting the color hues that I want for basically the applique that I work on. Set 3 is a collection of purples and pinks. Again, there's pattern in some. Some are solid. And there's enough there to make 4 or 5 different flowers per square if you're doing like individual petals. But, I don't use a lot of pink and purples in mine, so I have a limited amount of those. And
so, can I just interrupt you a second? If they purchase it and they say, "Oh my God, I love the pink one. Is there any way I can get a bigger piece? Can we order bigger pieces, or?"
Some of them, yes, you can. Some of them, probably not. We'd have to go which one by which one. And I have a control set, if you will, here. So if you say it's the bright pink in set 3, then I could go, oh yeah, I'll look that up. And then I probably can get you a larger piece of that one.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then I do want to remind you, well, I don't want to remind you girls, but today Doris was here. Doris is our resident wool roving supplier and teacher. And she is actually we're going to be taking a traditional block. It's a quilt, but it has like the Rose of Sharon and a bunch of applique blocks. But we are going to be incorporating wool roving, wool felting, all kinds of different things. So you might want to get one of all of these just so that you have the stash to work from when we start that project. Just a heads up.
That's excellent, because then you have a variety of colors that you want.
Yes.
And they all kind of go together, but you don't have a huge amount so that you sit there and go, oh my gosh, it cost a fortune, So
yeah, this is super reasonably priced.
Thank you. Set 4 is a different set of browns. These are the kind of the things that I use for like stems or vases or something that needs like a heavier pattern to it. And they go together beautifully with different greens and stuff. So let's see, and I'll go to the next one, see if it comes up. Oh, I wonder how we do this. Okay, we'll go out of
here.
Oh, there we go. Good job. Okay, these are actually my favorite, because here's the ironic thing. I am blue-yellow colorblind. And so greens and blues and yellows kind of confuse me. So a lot of times my husband's straightening out going, oh, that looks great, but you don't put those colors together. But I love reds. I love oranges. And I use them a lot because I can see them. And so a lot of my reds, a lot of my oranges have like a plaid pattern to them or a herringbone. In this case, most of them are of a plaid pattern. So they're pretty bright, but they're gorgeous as for fall colors. And here's my favorite, reds. I love red. A, because I can see it really well. And B, because it has so many shades and it's so rich. One of the dyes that I have is called Fire Engine Red. I got to tell you, I love it. And you can tone it down or add to it with different colors. And this is the result of playing with my Fire Engine Red colors.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. And then who doesn't like a plaid?
And plaids sometimes are hard to find.
Especially in small quantities. They're either very large or you have to get a lot. But I like a variety of plaids because you'd be surprised what you can use them in. And they can make some of the most gorgeous flowers and all sorts of things. I mean, birds, I love using them for birds. It works really, really well.
And Anita wants to know, or Christy wants to know, what kind of dye do you use?
I use Jacquard acid dyes. They're strictly for natural fibers. So they're for silk, they're for cotton, and they're for wools. And I literally have a dyeing station set up on my deck. And I will get it looks wild. I have all these colors all over the deck when it's done. And then I'll throw everything in the wash, because what you do with these dyes is you drop the wool into boiling water and you got to keep it at a certain temperature. And then you can add dyes or add more colors or not. And then I throw them all through a wash so that all the dye comes out, and I set them with something to hold the color fast. So they are fully felted, and none of the colors should run, and they shouldn't shrink either if you happen to wash them.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then my last set is greens. You can never have enough greens.
That's the truth.
And it's not just for your diet either. I use a lot of different greens and stuff. Like right now, my current project is to do a Baltimore rose quilt. And it's a mixture of wool and Aussie prints. And it is turning out quite amusing. I really love it.
Oh my gosh, do you have a sample of it to show us? So you're mixing cotton and wool.
Yes. Hold on a second here. Let me grab it. Oh, let's see.
I know this kind of really sucks because I can't see you.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it.
Okay, so the one I just finished last night is this one. and it is oranges and greens, and it's got a wonderful Aussie print for the centers and everything. I really think this is kind of fun. This is going to be the center of the quilt, and it is vivid reds, my favorite greens, and 3 different Aussie prints. Let's see, there we go. This is a secondary block. It's definitely orange and greens, and so are the all the Aussie prints that are in them. And this goes around the centers. Oops, let's see.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
And it turns out, I really like it. I think it's turning out pretty cool. So, yep, that's what I do in my spare time. I watch football and I applique.
Wow. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
So, do you make your own patterns or?
I start off with a traditional one, and then I use I have a Sizzix cutter. So like for leaves and stuff like that, I'll cut a lot of those from the Sizzix. And then I just get to the point where it's like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to add this, I'm going to add that, or I'll change stuff. So they start off traditional, but no, they don't stay that way very long.
Okay. I love that. I love that you're mixing cotton and wool. Sue, so all of these collections are $6 a piece.
Correct.
And so if you're new to watching and you want to order anything, all you have to do is just put in S and the number of the package that you want. So $6 a package. Are you doing hand or machine applique? Rondi wants to know.
I do hand applique.
And do you do a buttonhole stitch or do you just kind of do a whip stitch? I know that's kind of popular lately with the wool.
So I do 2 things. First off, to secure my applique down, I will use a matching silk thread and I will go around all the applique and stitch it down. Then I use whatever embroidery stitch I want to use because it's already secured. So it doesn't have to always just be a blanket stitch. So I will do a variety of different stitches so that it gives it interest.
Perfect. Yeah, I love that. We're very much embellishers here, so
nice.
It's very hard for us to stick with one thing.
Oh yeah, I use pearl, I use floss, I use silk. Yeah, it's got everything on it. I haven't got into beading it yet because by the time I usually get it done into the quilter, it's just before the quilt show and I don't have time to put the beads on it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a good idea, but
it's time consuming.
You just needed one more week in your life with nothing else to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and then the one behind you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is my Sue Spargo.
Okay. And have you finished it or are you still working on it?
No, this one is completed. It actually won Judge's Choice at our quilt show this year.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely beautiful.
I really liked it. Last year I broke my hip and totaled my knee. So I spent the year appliquing and rehabbing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, before I had a shop, I was pretty much all I did was applique. But I love the fact that because now it seems so daunting and overwhelming, so time consuming, but the wool is so much quicker. So
it is.
I like you're mixing the wool and the fabric.
It works out a whole lot better that way. Yeah. I don't like to do needle turn. So when I use cotton or something else, it takes a long time to get it all set up to applique. Wool, once you figure out which side of the wool you want to use or what spot of the wool you want to use, it's just wax paper and cutting, and it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get some beautiful effects that way.
And I know this is kind of putting you on the spot, but would you be interested in doing I think what we would be you don't have to answer this, but I think what what these girls would be interested in, and it's like a small project that they could do, like where you can teach them some techniques and some stitches, but a small project so they can see if they even like working with wool.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, we could do something.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to figure out a small project.
Okay, that would work.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay, do we want to show all the different colors again in case we had anybody sign up late or in case they weren't ready to look at it? Do you girls need to see the colors again? And do you have any questions for Jeanne? I think you might have to be packaging and working this week.
It sounds like it.
Oh, Peggy just joined. Peggy, you're going to have to look at all the different wool colors. She does a lot of wool applique.
Oh, cool. All right. You want to run through those Zooms real quick?
Yep. Let's run through them one more time real quick. Here, I'll get you back to one.
Okay.
There you go.
Set one is the teals and the blue. Set two is different browns with one tan in there. Set three is pinks and purples. And set four is different browns that I use for like stems and branches and stuff like that. Okay, you want to go to the other one, Beth?
Yep, here, I'm going to get you there.
Okay.
And then I have Susan says she would love a project with a kit. Okay. And Rondi says absolutely beautiful work. Peggy says sorry she's late. I know you're going to get sent to the detention office. Suzette says thank you so much for thank you so much, and having a class would be great. She's never used wax paper before.
Oh, it's so easy. It's great. It's finally a use you want to use wax paper for.
Perfect. And yes, Christy, you can have three. You can have two of S3. If you guys need multiple packages, let me know. If you know you need more greens, like the greens, I would definitely order more packages so that you have that for leaves and things.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So set 5 is all the yellows and oranges. Set 6 are my favorite. Those all the deep, rich reds. 7 is a multitude of plaids. And 8 is the different greens.
So 7 is the only one with the plaids, right?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Because Lynn said everything but the plaids. I know I'm trying to keep track of all their orders while we're doing this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Do you girls have any questions for Jeanne? And the packages are, hey, Carolyn, welcome. The packages are $6. So if you missed it and you want to go back and see what the wools look like, you guys can always go back and rewatch this and order through the forever until she sells out of them, I guess.
Works for me.
Yeah. Well, did you really think this is what you were going to be doing in your retirement?
Not at all. But you know what? It is fun. I enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How big are the pieces? Peggy wants to know. She's the one who showed up tardy.
Okay. They're I call it 4.5, but they're actually slightly larger. They're like 4 3/4.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Are you selling through Beth? Like if you do new colors? Of course, Christy.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I started on eBay but I only had like 1 or 2 packages of each. For Beth, I will do like 20 at a time, which takes a little while, but it's okay. I enjoy it.
Perfect. I love it because it's hard for me to find a supplier for wool. So I love this.
Cool.
Okay. So All right. Do you girls have any other questions for Jeanne? Because we can let her go so that she can I get busy working. I know it's it sometimes it takes the fun out of our quilting when we turn it into a business.
Sometimes, but not yet.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. So, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Hey, you ladies are well handled with Beth. She is a great woman to work with. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Peggy says she'll go back and rewatch. She said plaids are really hard to find. And
That's
Terracotta
true.
says a project for the spring retreat.
Oh,
We have a retreat up in Tahoe at Zephyr Point in May.
oh, perfect.
So definitely. Okay,
Okay.
so we are a little bit early, so I guess we can switch over and do auctions, people. Jeanne, have you ever watched our auctions?
No.
It's total chaos.
Oh, I
Total
love
chaos.
it.
Yes. So let me find Devin so he can come in and do some auctions. I didn't really get set up for that. So thank you so much, Jeanne, for joining us. And then I will text you all the orders that we need, and we will talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day. All right, guys, stay tuned. We're going to do auctions as soon as I can get Devin signed up or in here with the iPad. Okay, let's see. Let's clear a spot. It's gonna get crazy. I can't say it out loud, then the whole world would know it, social media.
The world wanted to find out, the world would find out.
Oh. Okay.
That's how it works nowadays.
All right, so we do have a lot of fun things coming up. We're going to be, Virginia's going to come on and do an interview. She made a pattern for all of these, which were inspired by Eleanor Peace Bailey. So we have a new pattern for this. They go inside your plants. So they're little plant picks that you create with using the heavyweight interfacing. Anita, no. Devin, Anita says she can clear a spot for you. Oh, Anita came in with all the inappropriate things to say to your 21-year-old son. Okay, I do have this. If anybody wants this, it's free.
Can you mute that one?
Yeah, I can mute this one. Wait, I think I have to. Let me do this. Okay. Oh. Can you hear it now? This should. Okay, hang on a second. This one should. No, I'm upside down now. Okay, are we still echoing?
No.
Okay. It's so crazy. I'm upside down. I can't handle that. Here, we can take me off. That's the other one. Oh my gosh, technology is not our forte. Okay. Yeah, crazy is good. Crazy is our normal, okay? So if you want this, here, I'm gonna let me fix this for Devin.
There you go.
There definitely are no mushrooms involved, Suzette. Okay, I think we've got it fixed. So if you want this knitting book, just type that in and you are more than welcome to it. Type in knitting and it's free to you today. Here's just a quick sampling of the farmer's market bag that we are going to have. Virginia's going to be teaching. And Devin, let me know if anybody wants the knitting book.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hate to have to throw it away. Okay, so we have some scrappy auctions. Here is a yellow colorway. So we get a lot of fabric in different ways, but this is 85 by 16, so that was probably somebody's border at one point. We've got some yellows. I would say these are like 3/4 of a yard. So some bigger scraps of fabrics and some little scraps. And somehow a red check got in here. So just a variety. If you need to beef up your yellow stash, we have this auction S611. S611. We're just going to start this auction at $5. S611 if you need some scraps. And Victor is going to be doing the trail mix quilt that he posted, that beautiful one with the white kind of going through it. He's going to be teaching that in January. Hey, Victoria, how are you? Anita, I haven't put, Virginia and I haven't figured out the dates yet. So you can always go on our website under classes. That's where we post the classes. We have a bunch. Well, we're working on January schedule right now. So then we have a blue scrap. Victor has a block of the month once a week. Once a month is going to be block of the month. And that one you can do scrappy. And we're also going to do like bonus scrappy projects in his class. So you'll have the block of the month where you'll learn traditional quilting. This is 2 1/4 yards. This is about a yard. This is 31 by 32 of a solid yellow. These are good quilting quality fabrics. We've got S231 at $5. So you guys, here's some good deals to build up your stash. So we have S611 is at $6 for the yellow collection. I would say that there is probably 6, 7 or 8 yards there. So you've got some good yellows for flowers. You've got some good background fabrics. S231 is at $5. S611 is at $6. Thank you for sharing. We love it when you share. Victor is going to build up his stash so he can make another trail mix. You know how he is. He loves the trail mix collections. We do have a freebie here. I'm just going to scroll and let's see. Somebody watching right now, Suzette. Suzette, you are the winner of the sewing pouch. Is that in there? My whole computer is frozen. Okay, Suzette, you won the here, I gotta find some tape. Thank you, Sandy, for sharing. We love it when you share. Suzette's a winner. Okay. So we have 2 auctions going. We have 231 for $5 and 611 is at $6. So both of them are at $6. So if you do community quilts, charity quilts, anything like that, these are great to bid on. I do want to show you what we'll be have on Wednesday's sale. We've got a new Explorer line that's coming in. It's very cute. These are just different ideas of what you can do with the fabric that we're going to be showing. So kind of I'm not really sure how many of you need a mustache quilt, but I'm sure there's some of you. Some of you need a mustache quilt. It is a Lori Holt pouch, Victor. Yes. It's kind of nice. You know your fabric lines. Okay, let's see. Here we have, gosh, no bidders. Okay, I'm going to give Victor $6. Victor, these auctions are going, you girls are crazy. I want to say that is Victor $6. That is like, I don't know, maybe 5 cents a yard. 5 cents a yard, maybe. Okay, let me clean this up and then I'm going to show you. Well, while I'm cleaning up the next one, here are, it's like throwing me off my game because I'm on my screen, I'm frozen. Okay, here's some, I just lost some blocks. Here are some cute little 9 patches. So you could make a little baby quilt. You can put sashing in between it. Already made blocks. They have, I don't know if it was left over from another project. So here are 3, 6, you have 7 blocks there. 7 blocks, and we're gonna do 5. Today's our $5 day. S241 is $5 for the 7 blocks already pieced. Already pieced blocks for $7. $5. 7 blocks, $5. Good thing Devin's keeping me on track. 7 blocks already pieced. If you add sashing, you could totally make a cute little baby quilt. I love these kind of vintage looking blocks because they are great to do little, little appliques. You could do little hearts on there if you wanted to do a girl quilt. If you get any of these scrap bags, you can totally just add these fabrics to it. You could do a heart, you could do a cute little rainbow, you could do a little bunny rabbit. Really, you could do anything. As you know, you can applique anything, but I love piecing the background and then appliquing on top of it. So you could applique different flowers on each of these. You could put 4 of these together and do a pillow. Or if you do 6 of them together, you could do kind of a couch pillow or a pillow for your porch. S241. S241, the auction is at $6. Like, I need more blocks. You might, Victor. I mean, you get things done so fast. I could imagine you might need more. Okay, 241 is at $6. 241 is at $6. Here's a cute little blue. I know today's a good day to bid because you guys aren't really bidding too much. Here's some blues. These are all pre-washed. You know they're pre-washed because she hemmed them. But these are like half yard. This one might be a fat quarter, half yard, fat quarter, fat quarter, fat quarter, half yard, half yardish, maybe a fat quarter, half yard, fat quarter, fat quarter. This one is more crafty quality, a little bit coarser texture. The rest are quilting quality fabrics. You got some, look at that. That's a perfect sky, half yard, perfect sky. And let me find a new tag. S101. We're just going to start at $5. $5 S101. Gosh, you girls are very quiet today. 241 is at $7. We have Riri on YouTube at $7. 241 is at $7 for the quilt blocks. The quilt blocks are at $7. The quilt blocks are at $7, and S101 for the blue fabrics is at $5. Who doesn't need more fabrics? Okay, let me, here, this is for those of you that do needlework. I have a 14 count 20 by 24. a 14 count. So 2 of those in different colors. And then this one it's 8 cloth cross stitch fabric, 14 count, 15 by 18. And then there's also in here a PVC hoop. So a nice size hoop, S102. If you're a cross stitcher, this is great to add to your stash. S102 is $5. S102 is $5. Nobody wanted the free knitting designs for boys and girls from the Very Vintage. Okay, if anybody wants this, this is free. I hate throwing anything away, but this is a knitting book. It tells you all the different designs. I guess I'm not a knitter, so I'm not sure. But if you want this book, it's free. Very Vintage. I almost just want to cut out that picture and use it in some mixed media stuff. Very Vintage, very Vintage. If you want that, that's free. Just put in knitting book. 241 is at $10. 241 is at $10. So the quilt blocks are at $10. I bid already $6. S101 is the blue fabrics. S101 is the blue fabrics, and that's at $8. 101 is at $8. Sandy, we are all in the same boat. We all don't need anything, but we sure do want it. S102 for the cross stitch. S102 is
For $6.
$6. 102 is at $6. 102 for the cross stitch is at $6. 101 for the blue fabrics is at $10. We might need a knitting class. I think Jody is the taker for the book. Jody is the taker for the book. 101. I think you can't see me. I bid $9. S101.
That's at 10.
You bid $9, but Tina bid $10, Anita. S102 for the cross stitch is at $7. Jody gets the free book. Jody gets the free knitting book. 102, the cross stitch stuff is at $7. The blue fabric collection is at $10. And the quilt blocks are at $10. So the quilt blocks are at $10. The blue fabric's at $10. The cross stitch would like a knitting class. I can't see the folks on YouTube. Well, nobody has bid on YouTube. Riri bid for the quilt blocks $7, but it's now at $10. So nobody's bid. You haven't missed anything, Anita. 102 is at $10. The cross stitch, 3 cloths, and the frame is at $10. $10. Okay, I'm going to start closing this up. The blue fabrics are at $10. I would say that is 1, 2, 3, probably like 6 yards of fabric or more, probably more, but at least 6 yards of fabric at $10. At least 6 yards of fabric at $10. I love how they color coordinated everything tied up in a bow. S101 is at 10. Let me see. 101 is at what, Devin? 102 is at $12 now. The cross stitch is at $12. 101 is $10 to Tina Benedicto. Get your final bids in. We don't want to be here forever, okay? Okay, Tina's at 10. The quilt blocks, what are they at, Devin?
What number are they?
241. 241 is the quilt blocks.
$10.
$10 to who?
Tina.
241. Wait, what was 101?
Also Tina.
Oh, okay. So Tina is $10 for the quilt blocks and $10 for the okay. This is where I need Doris to keep me on track. Okay, Tina. And then let's see. So the only thing we have left right now is the 102. What's 102 at?
12.
Mary Min says she's freezing. Okay, Barb is at $12. Oh, I need a big bag for this. Mary, I know it's been really, StreamYard has been really weird the last couple weeks. Remember a couple weeks ago, it wouldn't show me your guys' names. And then, it's a hot mess. Oh, here's some more blocks. Okay, these ones are really cute. This is cute little butterflies. Look at her precision piecing is pretty on point, literally. So we've got 4 butterflies already made. I guess she's got it marked, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so this is what the pattern looks like. So you get the pattern and you get the 4 finished quilt blocks. And I think this might be the fabric to do those half square triangles. Maybe there's 2 fabrics here. So I'm not sure if there's enough for that, but that's what came in the bag. So here's a bunch of pieces. There's some more pieces, who knows? So the whole finished quilt blocks, I'm just going to put $10 because I think you're going to end up being at $10 anyways. S103 is at $10. S103 is at $10. I don't know why either, Anita. Maybe sign out and come back. Although I'm just going to tell you, I'm totally frozen on my screen. Like I can't, it's really like throwing me off because I'm totally frozen on my screen. Okay, S103 is at $10. S103 is at $10. And then we have a cute little pink, I'm going to kind of make this smaller here. S103 is at $10 for the quilt blocks. Huh?
It's at 12.
$12. Okay, perfect. And then here's some cute little pink fabrics. Very, very cute. This would make a cute scrappy pink quilt. This is a bigger piece here, but it's a great background piece. It looks like it's about 5/8 of a yard, 5/8 of a yardish. This is a bigger piece here, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, and then some smaller pieces. So you got quite a collection here of pinks. What did I do with my numbers? Oh, S104. I guess we'll start it at $6 since that's kind of what you guys have been starting at. $6 for the pink fabric collection. I'm going to say, one piece was 2 yards, 5 or 6 yards plus. 5 or 6 yards plus. Okay, Anita, S104 is at $10 on YouTube. 104. What, Victor? You don't do pink? Are you kidding me right now? S103 is at $12 for the butterfly blocks. So the butterfly blocks are at $12 for finished butterflies. You can embellish them. You can do a lot of fun things. You can turn it into pillows, hot pads, anything. S103 is at $12 for the butterfly blocks. 104 is at $10 on YouTube. 103 is at $14. 103, the butterfly blocks are at $14. And the pink collection S104 is at $10 on YouTube. $10 for the pink collection. The butterflies are at $14. Butterflies are at $14. Doris said I have to start getting through these auctions because she said we have enough for like 4 weeks of just doing auctions. Okay, here's another collection. You've got 1 3/4 of this pink, a fat quarter of that kind of fall colors. So just kind of random, kind of fall. It's just a good variety of fabrics. But I would say 2, 3, 4, probably about 5 yards of fabric here in this collection, about 5 yards of fabric here. And we're just going to start it at $5. S105 is at $5. S105 is at $5. 103 for the butterfly blocks is at $16. 103 for the butterfly blocks is at $16. And 104 for the pink collection is at $10. So if you need to beef up your fabric stash, you're literally getting, this is literally at less than $2 a yard for good quality quilting fabrics. Okay, I'm going to start cleaning it up. So get your final bids in. Get your final bids in. And get ready for January. We're going to have a lot of different fun classes. A lot of techniques. But you know me, I'm a project person. I love to have a project to go with my techniques. S104 is the pink collection. It's nice to be back. I was in a car accident and in the hospital for 7 days. I'm filing. Oh gosh, Ronnie, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, S104 is at $11. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a minute just in case anybody else wants. The pink is at $11. You just snuck in there, Elaine. Okay, 104 is at $11. 103 is at $16. So the butterfly blocks, 4 finished blocks. You can embellish them. You can put them into anything you want. 4 blocks finished plus the pattern. S103 is at $16. 103 is at $16. 104 is at $12 on YouTube. 104 for the pink collection is at, well, no, I think that.
No, it's at 15.
It's at 15. Okay, Devin's phone is quicker than mine. Okay, the pink collection is at 15. That's still probably less than $3 a yard. Less than $3 a yard. 104 is at 15 for the pink collection. 105 is at $8. So this collection is at $8. You have 1 3/4 yards of a great pink that's great for backgrounds. You got some fall fabrics. This is actually one that I would use for leaves or trees or anything. This one I actually had in my stash from forever ago. But you could look at how good those, minus the pink, those go together really well. Then you got some bright green. Remember, St. Patrick's Day is going to come up really fast. Okay, S105 is at 105 is at $8. Okay, get your final bids in because we're going to finish these so we can bring up. Oh, we only have 3 minutes, Devin said. He just looked, he's kind of like his dad. He looks at his watch and tries to keep me on track. Okay, 103, get your final bids in. Get your final bids in. If you have any questions or you want to order the wool, you can still order the wool packets. If you tuned in late, the wool is, it's great wool. I actually used it when I was on vacation. I put it in one of my little improv pieces. Okay, S103 is the butterfly blocks. 103 is the butterfly blocks. And Let's see what we, the pattern goes in there too. Okay, 103.
Barb for 16.
Barb for 16. Okay, and then we have 104 and 105. 104 and 105. We have Elaine for $8.
No, that's the other one.
Elaine for $8. Okay, and then 104 going once, going twice. We have Evelyn for $15. Okay, Evelyn for $15. And there was something I was gonna say to you guys, but I don't remember what it was. Let me see if I've got it written down here. I know if I got organized, you guys would like not know what to do with me. All right, well, it must not have been that important. Okay, so that is all that we have for you girls today because we have to get Victor's class up and running. Although we do have 1 minute. Want to do one more auction real quick? No.
Oh, really?
That's the story of my life. That's what gets me in trouble because I think I got 30 seconds. I can still do one more thing. No, that's all we have for today. If you want to order the wool, get that order in. I will order extra so that we can put it in case you don't get the order in. All right, so if you're signing in for Victor's Monday night class, I sent you the Zoom link. We would love to see you. If you haven't joined us in a few weeks or whatnot, if life's gotten busy and you want to join today and you want me to send you the Zoom link, let me know and I'll get that to you. Victor's classes are Mondays and they are $15 or $45 for the month. If you do the month, you get one Monday night free. So from 5 to 7 tonight, we're going to be goofing off and I'm sure he's going to be teaching us something. And I have a scrappy tree project for you girls also. And then after 7 is social hours. So we will see you guys soon. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night. See you on Wednesday. Bye. Bye.